Hello and welcome to TTV News, some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of April 17, 2024, Inspection Team Number 1 of the Central Internal Political Protection Subcommittee, led by General To Lam, Police Bureau Member, Minister of Public Security, Deputy Head of the Central Internal Political Protection Subcommittee, as head of the delegation, chaired the conference to announce the decisions and implement the plan to inspect internal political protections in 2024 at TayNinhTV Provincial Party Standing Committee. Working with the delegation, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, Mr. Phạm Hùng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Head of the Provincial National Assembly Delegation, Comrade Mr. Nguyễn Thành Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, and the others in the Provincial Party Standing Committee.
Speaking at the conference, General To Lam emphasized the particularly important role of internal political protection in the current situation, carry out inspection work at the Standing Committee at TayNinhTV Provincial Party Standing Committee to evaluate their chief results, advantages, difficulties and causes in leading, directing and organizing the implementation of internal political protection work. From there, it serves as a basis to propose solutions to better implement internal political protection not only in TayNinhTV but also throughout the country. On behalf of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm received instructions from General To Lam and the content of the inspection team's plan. At the same time, it is recommended that the inspected units closely follow the plans and report outlines, coordinate closely with the inspection team, and fully and honestly implement the inspection contents. After the announcement of the decision and implementation of the plan, the inspection team continued to work with a number of party committees, agencies and units of TayNinhTV province according to the plan.
And on the morning of April 17, 2024, the delegation of the Central Public Security Party Committee, leaders of the Ministry of Public Security, and leaders of TayNinhTV province visited Mayor's Cemetery Hill 82 and the security departments of Central Office for the South Vietnam in Tân Biên District on the occasion of 49th anniversary of liberations of the South and reunifications of the country, April 30, 1975, April 30, 2024.
General To Lam recited over the visitation ceremony along with the leaders of the province. At Tân Biên Martyrs Cemetery Hill 82, Historical and Cultural Relics Area, the Security Department of the Central Office for the South Vietnam, National Security Protection Monument, Victory Steel, Statue of President Ho Chi Minh, Monument of the Mr. Phạm Hùng, and Monument of Armed Security, the Minister of Public Security and members of the delegation offer incense and flowers to commemorate the heroes and martyrs who sacrificed their life for the country. Then General To Lam also visited and wished good health to the family of former Deputy Director of TayNinhTV Police Mai Công Sở in Suy Giá Commune Dum Châu District, and the family of former Colonel and hero of the People's Armed Forces Phan Văn Điền in World War TayNinhTV City. Also on the morning of April 17, Minister of Public Security To Lam presented an ambulance to TayNinhTV province. On the morning of April 17, the Provincial People's Committee held a regular meeting in April 2024. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, and Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Dương Văn Thắng and Trần Văn Chiến co-chaired the conference. At the meeting, there were many important contents presented by the provincial departments and branches, such as regulating a number of spending contents and support spending levels for drug addiction treatment and post-drug addiction management in the province, regulating a number of other local policies subject to borrow capital from the local budget capital entrusted to the Bank for Social Policies in TayNinhTV province, urban development program for Hoa Thanh Thao, Trong Văn Thao, TayNinhTV province until 2030, TTVNEWS, Orientation to 2035, Urban Classification Project of Hai Thanh Thao and Trang Bang Thao, TayNinhTV Province, as Class 3 Urban Areas, project to explore, exploit and use minerals as common construction materials and pits in TayNinhTV Province until 2030 with a vision to 2050. TayNinhTV Province Industrial Park Development Project for the period of 2021-2030, Orientation to 2050, Investment Policy of Warehouse Projects for gathering goods in Thanh Phước Hamlet, Thanh Điền Commune, Châu Thành District, along with the issue related to the power rate. The contents presented at the meeting were highly agreed upon the Provincial Service Committee and at the same time assigned to the departments and branches to review the contents and complete the submission. In addition, departments and branches are requested to coordinate in implementing the contents in the proposal effectively. On the afternoon of April 17, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province held a meeting to collect opinions on the plan to implement the National Targets Program to build new rural areas for the period of 2021-2025 and the plan to implement the National Targets Program to build new rural areas in 2024. Mr. Trần Văn Chiến, Vice Chairman of the Provincial Service Committee, chaired the meeting. At the conference, delegates discussed and agreed on a number of important contents on continuing to implement the National Targets Program to build new rural areas in the province for the period of 2021-2025. With the general goal of the program, 26 communes meet new rural standards, including 2 border communes, 24 communes meet advanced new rural commune standards, including 5 border communes. 4 communes achieve model new rural areas, strive to have 2 district-level units meet standards, complete the task of building new rural areas, continue to build advanced new rural areas and model new rural areas for communes. Regarding specific goals for 2024, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province has set Bến Cầu district meeting new rural area standards, maintaining 65 out of 71 communes that have met new rural standards, 25 communes that have met advanced new rural standards, and 3 communes that have met model new rural standards. The Provincial Service Committee assigned departments, branches, and organizations of the province and districts, towns, and cities to focus on implementing solutions to complete the set goals. Also, at the April 2024 regular meeting of the Provincial Service Committee, delegates proposed that the Department of Labour, Welfare and Social Affairs coordinate with the Bank for Social Policies to research and expand beneficiaries. Leaders of the Department of Labour, Welfare and Social Affairs of the province also informed that the department has now proposed that the Provincial People's Committee asks for more loan subjects from the province interstate budget, including poor households. Once newly escaping from poverty in the province, households do not have clean water and environmental sanitation facilities, newly demobilized soldiers, workers going to work abroad. For this content, the Provincial Service Committee requests that departments, branches, and localities need to balance the budget and disperse capital to subjects in accordance with the actual resources of the province. Regarding funding in the period of 2024-2025, the province will balance 85 billion Việt Nam đồng entrusted to the Bank for Social Policies to disperse to beneficiaries. Road 795 Road Tân Biên and Tân Châu districts is more than 45,000 meters long and has been upgraded and expanded. Total investment is nearly 609 billion Việt Nam đồng. Currently, the project has basically completed the sections that have been allocated land. The section where the S-curve must be aligned will also continue to be constructed when all procedures are completed. Particularly, the SF curve in Thanh Bình Commune Tân Biên district must be rerouted and is still facing land clearance problems. It is expected that on June 14, 2024, Tân Biên district will hand over the site to the construction unit. The Transport Sector Project Management Board will complete the construction work after remains from receiving the full site. Road TT795 is the main road connecting the centers of Tân Biên and Tân Châu district, directly connecting with important provincial roads such as Highway 22B, Road 793, Road 785. Operating and expanding Road 795 will facilitate travel and be a driving force for the development of Tân Biên and Tân Châu districts. In order to create a joyful, healthy, united and close-knit atmosphere among ethnic minorities in the province, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism has just issued a plan to organize the Festival of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Ethnic Minorities in TayNinhTV province in 2024. Accordingly, the Culture, Sports and Tourism Festival of Ethnic Minorities in TayNinhTV province in 2024 will take place with outstanding activities such as ethnic beauty contest, performance of national costumes and traditional costume, and performing talents of singing, dancing, playing music, drawing, display national cultural space, compete in traditional sports such as tug of war, stake jumping, stake pushing, restore rituals and ceremonies in the nation's custom and traditions. The 2024 Culture, Sports and Tourism Festival of Ethnic Minorities in TayNinhTV province is expected to take place from April 26 to 28, 2024 at the Provincial Cultural Center. Currently, in TayNinhTV province, the livestock structure continues to shift from small-scale livestock farming to concentrated farm-scale livestock farming, ensuring biosecurity. Up to now, there have been 81 livestock facilities certified with VietGAP. Dum Châu district was certified as a disease-free zone for avian and Newcastle flu in chickens, and 67 chicken, pig, and cow raising facilities were granted disease-free certificates. In addition, the province has also built 6 communes in Gò Dầu district, certified disease-free facilities for avian and Newcastle flu in chickens, and 9 communes in Bến Cầu district certified disease-free facilities for foot and mouth disease in cows. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development of TayNinhTV province has implemented the plan to build a disease-free zone for avian influenza and Newcastle in Tân Châu district. Currently, necessary procedures are being carried out for Tân Châu district to be recognized as a disease-free area for livestock and poultry.
Ladies and gentlemen, sustainable development and green growth are an inevitable transition trend chosen by many countries, including Vietnam, continuing to concretize policy action as well as support solutions and green transformations of the economy are issued discussed by managers, experts, and businesses in Vietnam Business Forum promoting green economic development taking place on the morning of April 17 in Hanoi.
Vietnam is one of the 6 countries in the world most affected by climate change and has been pioneering in implementing green commitments. However, shifting development towards green still faces many difficulties and challenges. If not resolved promptly, environmental and climate barriers in international trade will be a major barrier for Vietnamese goods to be able to export to demanding markets. The slower the green transition process takes place, the more opportunities they will lose to increase exports. New generation FTA agreements require sustainable development as well as inclusive development, and currently developed countries set up technical barriers, especially carbon borders, especially plastic and anti-deforestation. These are the challenges that the world poses to solve global trade crisis that Vietnam must apply if it wants to participate in global trade and investment. In the coming time, Vietnamese businesses will be forced to report on sustainable development. In reality, Vietnamese businesses are currently in the process of development and most are small and medium ones. Therefore, technological limitations as well as the needs for technology transfer to be able to carry out innovation are huge. With the current trend of digital transformation and green transformation being inevitable, the need for businesses to innovate in technology is necessary and a vital factor. Businesses need conditions for technological innovation through the process of organizing production and improving products to meet market needs or find new markets. For example, exporting to Europe requires technological innovation to do so. Technological innovation has four characteristics related to novelty, marketability, human resources, as well as the internal readiness factor of the enterprise. For the Green Revolution to succeed, there must be participation from all parties. That is the practical and effective support of the international community, creation of a favorable environment by the government, and drastic implementation in localities, especially the central role in implementing and enjoying the achievements of businesses and people.
On the morning of April 17, the Committee of Science, Technologies and Environment have a standing meeting of the expanded committee to examine the law on geology and minerals projects.
Facing the current situation, mineral resources are finite, cannot be renewable or take a lot of time to be renewable. Many types of minerals are being exhausted due to massive exploitation. Delegates ask questions, draft law will lean towards between exploitation or reserve. Whether to increase the reserve or not, because there are still more than 5,000 valid licenses with a term of 30 years, and many more licenses will be issued in the near future, have the lifted. Many delegates said that the problem of illegality in mineral exploration and exploitation in recent times has been very serious, not only destroying the environment, but also affecting economic development because there is currently a lack of raw materials for production and construction of key projects. One of the requirements of this draft law is to perfect policy mechanisms and improve the efficiency of resource management, avoiding less like today because the loss in mineral exploitation is very large. Regarding the time limits for granting license to explore and exploit sand and gravel in riverbeds, lake-beds, and marine areas in Article 91, Delegate Trần Xuân An said that it is necessary to consider not extending the licensing time. 5 years is too long, not only scientists, but also my personal opinion. If I were the Vice Committee of Defense and Security, I think that riverbed sand and gravel exploitation should be considered within 3 years. Regarding the rights and obligations of organizations and individuals allowed to do artisanal mining, this is an issue that voters in provinces and cities are very concerned about because artisanal mining often has many violations, so in the draft law need to carefully consider regulations on sandfish. As the capital of durian growing in TayNinhTV, with an area of up to 1,500 hectares, currently many durian gardens of the people in Bào Đồn, Khánh Miệu, Goyal district have been rented planting area coast for export to the Chinese markets. Currently, the cooperative has built regrowing area coast. After being rented, the coast will manage input production and pesticide residues to improve product quality and meet standard for export. In Trung Mịch Khánh Miệu, Dùm Chầu district, there are currently more than 200 hectares of durian trees, of which many areas will be harvested this year. Of this, 27 hectares of 22 households have been rented planting area coast. If any durian garden is rented a growing area code, a source of consumption will be stable because by renting a growing area code, the origin will already be available and the purchasing units will collect it, ensuring purchase throughout the gardener's harvest process. By early 2024, the durian growing area in TayNinhTV province has exceeded 3,000 hectares, of which about 2,000 hectares are bearing roots, aiming at the goal of sustainable agricultural development. In recent times, the TayNinhTV Department of Agriculture and Rural Development has actively guided and supported farmers and agricultural cooperatives in building planting area codes. This solution not only helps farmers improve production efficiency efficiency, but also contributes to expanding consumption markets for local agricultural products.
Hiện nay thì chúng tôi đã cấp được ít nhất là 2 cơ sở chế biến đóng
Currently,
gói
we have
và hàng
rented
chục
at
cái
least
mã
two
cho các
processing and
cá
packaging
nhân
facilities
và hợp
and
tác xã
dozens of coast
đang
to
trồng
individuals
sầu riêng
and
và các loại cây
cooperatives
khác.
growing
Và
durian
tiến
and
tới đây
other
thì một
fruits.
mặt là chúng tôi sẽ
In
tiếp
the
tục
coming
vận động tuyên
time,
truyền bà
on
con,
the one hand,
một mặt
we
là
will
tạo những điều
continue
kiện
to
thuận lợi
promote
về thủ tục để
propaganda
cho bà
for
con nhanh
people.
chóng có được
On
cái
the
hạ
other
vùng
hand,
trồng và được
creating
bên phía đối
favorable
tác công nhận.
procedural
Mặt khác là chúng tôi
conditions
sẽ
so
tăng
that
cường
people
kiểm tra
can
để
quickly
đảm
get
bảo rằng
the
là những
growing
người được
area
cấp mã
code
thì
and
phải
be
làm
recognized by
đúng theo những
partners.
cái quy định của nhà nước cũng như là của phía đối tác.
On the other hand, we will
Có
strengthen
thể khẳng định,
inspection to
việc
ensure
cấp mã
that
số vùng
those
trồng
who
cho
are
cây sầu
renting
riêng
coast
không chỉ
must
đáp ứng
comply
yêu cầu
with
truy
state
xuất nguồn
regulations
gốc
as
của
well as
các thị
those
trường
of
nhập khẩu,
partners.
mà còn góp phần
It can
nâng
be
cao
affirmed
nhận
that
thức của người dân
renting
hướng
during
tới
growing area
nền
codes
nông nghiệp
not
minh
only
bạch,
meets
trách
the
nhiệm.
origin traceability requirements of import markets, but also contributes to raising people's awareness towards transparent and responsible agriculture.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.